Texas Hill Country sits in an area known as Flash Flood Alley. So why weren't they prepared for the deadly flash flood that killed over 120 people on July 4th? Central Texas officials asked the state for funding for a flood warning system 3 separate times in the last 7 years. They were rejected every time, according to a new analysis from the New York Times. Last October, Kerr County officials wrote in a FEMA report that it was likely the area would experience a flood event in the next year that would result in, quote, increased damage, injuries, or loss of life. They noted that one solution would be a flood warning system, which was estimated to cost around $1 million and could be paid for with the help of FEMA grant programs. Texas has the money to pay for such a system. The state received $1.9 billion from the federal government for disaster reduction projects over the past decade, and that money can be spent as the state sees fit, according to the New York Times. In 2017, Kerr County officials submitted a funding request for the system, but their application was rejected by the Texas Division of Emergency Management, which distributes federal funds across the state, because the county did not meet federal requirements, including completing a recent plan for addressing natural disasters. In 2018, another request was rejected, as state officials chose to focus their spending on counties affected by Hurricane Harvey. And last year, the Upper Guadalupe River Authority sought money for a warning system through the Texas Water Development Board, which was also unsuccessful after the board only offered to match 5% of the cost, according to the New York Times. So by the time the flash flood surged through the Guadalupe River, no alarm systems were installed in Kerr County. While it's unclear how many lives would have been saved by an alarm system, other flood-prone counties have alert systems, and Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said that there, quote, should have been sirens, and that moving forward, if local officials could not afford it, then the state will step up. Governor Greg Abbott also announced that the special legislative session starting July 21st would tackle the state's natural disaster response.